Welcome back to Well, That's Interesting. I'm on the fence about having neighbors edition.
On the fence?
Yes.
I mean, they serve a purpose.
Neighbors? Yeah.
Yeah, if you're getting murdered in the middle of the night and you're like, help, I'm getting murdered in the middle of the night, then they're good to have. But all other times, it's give or take.
Yeah. You never know.
I don't even know my neighbors, so...
Nope, neither do I.
No New Yorker.
No.
If you're a New Yorker who knows your neighbors...
How'd that happen?
How does that work?
Were you being murdered?
Were you being murdered? Is that how you know them?
That's the only way New Yorkers become neighbors.
Seriously, yeah. That's the only way. I've lived here for 6 years, 5-6 years now. I have no fucking idea who anyone in my building is.
Born and raised in New York, and I only know maybe one neighbor out of my entire life.
I think I know my neighbor's dog better than I know my neighbors.
I could definitely describe the dogs in the neighborhood.
But the people?
No.
Forget it. Anyways, back to the pod.
Today is episode 087. Good news, we may be alone in our galaxy, but we're still trying to make contact.
Why not? We are kind of constantly getting murdered.
Yes,
by ourselves.
We're very good at that.
So it might be helpful to reach out and be like, hey.
Or maybe we just need to work on our home. What's
true.
that old saying? Fix your fucking house before you.
I've never heard the saying. I believe you. I wish someone had told me that a long time ago.
Fix your own fucking house before you. I don't know.
Before you look for aliens.
Yes. I'm Jill Chacha, and I am with just the giddy Marissa Riley.
It's me. I'm so giddy. I took a nap. It's a good day.
It's a good day.
Solid day.
And it's a good fucking day.
Yeah.
If this is your first time listening, welcome to the flock.
Welcome.
Dr. Riley here comes in cold and learns everything in real time, just like you.
It's true. I had no idea what we were going to talk about today. I still don't, but I am so excited. I love some fucking space stuff.
It is space stuff and it's alien stuff. So
I love alien stuff. Just don't make me go to space. Yes. I'm never going to space. No. You guys do whatever the fuck you want.
Yeah, I'm with you.
Yeah,
I am an earthling.
I am an earthling, born and raised, not to brag. I'm staying here.
Staying here. You can take naps and it's great.
And not worry about stuff like breathing.
Yeah, exactly. Jesus Christ. My friends, we have been reaching out to the stars since the 1970s.
Yeah.
Blasting signals into the deep crevices of our galaxy, and like hopeful little children waiting for a celestial being on Christmas Eve, we sit patiently waiting for anything, really.
Yeah. What was that phrase you used? Deep crevices?
That's right.
I just wanted to highlight that really fast. Anyways, continue.
Deep crevices of our galaxy.
Oh, sexy.
Over the past 9 years alone, there have been 4 separate attempts/studies, of which we're going to talk about in the first half of the show. They're super cool, but honestly, it's not a spoiler to say all of their conclusions make it feel as though we've been ghosted by the universe.
Fair. Yeah. I get it. I get it, universe.
Yeah. I get it.
Real messed up.
I get it.
Lots of red flags.
I get it. So many. So fellow space junkies know this feeling, or know what this feeling is called. It's called the Fermi paradox.
Very familiar. Have we talked about this before?
I don't remember if we did on this podcast.
Might have been an off-air conversation while we were drunk on Manhattans.
That's right.
Once upon a time.
Manhattans in life and Manhattans. So, Dr. Marissa, our resident astronaut.
That's me.
Off the top of your head, what do you think it is, or what do you remember from that Manhattan?
Well, like I said, that does sound like a Manhattan conversation. Is it, okay, I'm probably wrong, but is it the feeling that we're alone? Or is it the concept that we are alone as far as intelligent life in the universe.
Pretty goddamn close. That is
Nice.
pretty fucking close.
Nice.
My friends, Italian physicist Enrico Fermi, who you may know as the creator of the world's first nuclear reactor, the unfortunately named Chicago Pile 1.
Yay, man.
Chicago Pile 1. You may also know him as the, quote, architect of the atomic bomb.
Tough look for my friend Enrico.
Yes, it's a tough one.
Tough look.
Now, he had a small nervous breakdown one day.
Understandable. Yeah.
Not because of the hell that was unleashed from his creation, but about aliens and intelligent life.
Oh, really?
Yes.
Okay.
And like most of us, he had this nervous breakdown at work during lunch.
Relatable.
Yes.
Been there.
Enrico.
I think I was there today.
I see you, Enrico. We both do.
We see you.
Dr. Marissa, please tell us, according to our buddy Wikipedia, what happened on this fateful day in 1950?
I would love to talk about this. All right. Quote, after sitting down for lunch and when the conversation had already moved on to many topics, Fermi suddenly blurted out, "Where is everybody?" Don't you ever wonder where everybody is? But where is everybody? Coworker and Hungarian-American physicist Edward Teller wrote in a letter, quote, the result of his question was general laughter because of the strange fact that in spite of Fermi's question coming out from the clear blue, everybody around the table seemed to understand at once that he was talking about extraterrestrial life. End quote.
That's right.
I would not have thought that immediately. I don't know. That's so...
Yeah.
I would have been thinking about myself.
Yes. I'm right here. What do you
I'm
mean?
right. I've been here the whole time.
Guys.
I am everybody.
Yeah.
You got me.
Hello.
Hello. But I'm an only child. So... Yeah, I mean, what a thought, you know?
Yeah.
I think a lot of people have this thought at some point.
Oh my God, yes.
I don't as often as I should because, like I said, I think about myself a lot. But
You are here. That's enough.
I am here, and that's enough for me at least.
Yes, my friends, this thought fart began a decades-long public conversation. Where is everyone? And finally put a name to this perplexing condition, the Fermi paradox.
Nice.
As defined by Benjamin Taub of Live Science, the Fermi paradox is, quote, the apparent discrepancy between our lack of contact with aliens and the high probability that extraterrestrial civilizations exist, end quote.
Just rereading that.
Yeah.
It's like a very complicated way of saying,
Yeah.
where is everybody?
Exactly. Exactly.
Okay. Yeah.
Exactly.
Where the fucking alien?
Yes, exactly.
Yeah.
Now, many folks believe aliens are already here and or visiting and or have been abducting Cletus for decades and or park their vehicles in our oceans and or drag race with our military aircrafts in secret.
It would explain a lot of strange behavior from all of you.
Yeah.
From every single person.
That's right.
Am I an alien? Is that why I keep binge eating burritos?
That's normal.
That's pretty normal.
I think that's pretty normal.
Yeah.
So maybe we don't hear from them formally because they're on the down low, but there are some other theories, a lot of them. Some are as simple as they're ignoring us. I mean...
Oh, that's actually the best theory I've ever heard.
Yes.
I like how we have all of these movies about aliens coming down and like eating us and blowing us up and stuff.
No,
I don't think they...
swiping left or right, whatever the swipey thing is.
To quote Don Draper, I don't think about you at all.
Damn.
Amazing.
Yeah, and some other theories are painfully realistic. Quote, some scientists believe that the age of the universe makes it unlikely for multiple intelligent civilizations to exist at the same time.
Oh, that makes sense as well.
Yeah, which means we may have simply missed the aliens like passing ships in the night, end quote, from Benjamin Taub. Yeah, now that's some heartbreaking poetic shit, but people are gonna be people, and we want contact. God damn it, we need attention.
Yeah.
So-
Oh, yeah. We really do.
So,
Looking at you, America.
yes.
I'm kidding. I'm being very confrontational today.
It's okay. It's okay. It's been a tough day here in the States.
Yeah.
Oh, Lord. Yeah. So join me, will you, in a land where I think there's already enough bonkers creatures. Bonkers creatures?
Bonkers creatures.
Writing it sounded normal, but saying it out loud, it doesn't sound normal.
Sounds kind of amazing.
Okay. Join me in a land where they have enough creatures that'll kill you, and we definitely don't need more. Please join me in Australia.
Good old Australia.
That's right. It was here the most recent studies into extraterrestrial life took place. They're so new, they're still awaiting peer review. But
wow.
please join me at the Murchison Wide Field Array, a multi-million-dollar international low-frequency telescope in Australia.
You know, of all of the humans that I'm aware of on the planet, I feel like Australians would be the best equipped to handle aliens.
110%.
They live with plate-sized spiders.
Yep. Mm-hmm.
They drink a lot and have fun in a non-sad way.
That's right.
It's impressive.
They love to travel. They travel in groups.
They always this is the best thing about Australians. They come to comedy clubs in groups and they laugh the entire time without being rude. And they get the right amount of drunk where everything is fun, but they're not assholes. So keep it up, Australia. Keep coming to my comedy shows because I'm all about it.
Space and comedy shows. Amazing.
Amazing.
You're
Y'all
perfect.
have got
Keep doing
this.
it. Keep doing it. High five.
Don't change.
Please. All right. So where is this telescope? Don't worry. I got you. Please imagine the land down under.
You got it.
Now point to its center.
Okay.
Now move your finger all the way west until you nearly hit that west coast, and voila. You're here at MWA, not to be confused with the rap group NWA.
Fair.
Both are just 500 miles north of Perth.
Wonderful. Thank you for specifying.
Dr. Marissa, according to the website, mwatelescope.org, tell us a little bit about this awesome fucking gadget.
Nothing would make me happier. All right, quote, the Murchison Wide Field Array, or MWA, is a low-frequency radio telescope in Western Australia. The front end of the MWA consists of 4,096 spider-like antennas arranged in 256 regular grids called tiles, spread over several kilometers with the Murchison Radio Astronomy Observatory. I'm going to pause right here and just kind of absorb what I just said.
Sure.
So basically, it's like a bunch of tiles, these sort of pieces with antennas, so it's like a super telescope.
Yeah, we're actually going to see a photo. And
oh my gosh, okay, because my brain is like trying so hard to like make this work in my head.
Yeah, it is unlike any other air quotes telescope we've seen before, and I've got photos because it's super cool.
Incredible. Okay, continuing the quote, the back end of the telescope is an online platform. The MWA has been developed in an international collaboration. By an international collaboration, including partners from Australia, New Zealand, Japan, China, India, Canada, and the United States. I don't know why I just sang that. The telescope is maintained and remotely operated by a small team based at the Curtin Institute of Radio Astronomy. End quote. Boom. So this thing is incredible.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
And I gotta see it.
Yeah, this thing is cool as fuck. And when I say think of a telescope, you're probably thinking of a massive telescope, right?
Like a big tube situation.
Exactly. Now, this is a radio telescope with the incredible ability to send out, and in this case, in the case of these studies, receive signals from deep within the bowels of our galaxy. And we're going to get into it.
Amazing.
But first, let's take a look at these spider-like antennas.
Yes, and, please.
Yeah, I think it's totally fitting for Australia. You ready?
Yes.
Okay. And all photos we talk about today will be on our social media stuff, so please come on by.
Come on by. This is not even at all what I expected. This is insane.
Yeah.
Okay, so I'm going to focus on one of the tiles and try to describe it.
Yeah.
So if you've ever played the game Jacks.
Oh, yeah. That's a great comparison.
I don't know if the kids these days have played with it. It's such an old game. It was old even when I was a kid, and my mom was like, we used to play this, and I played it too. But it was like, Jacks are these little tiny balls that have these little spikes coming out of them. And I won't explain how to play the game because that'll take 5,000 years. But it's like, imagine if you had several jacks and you arrange them in the shape of a square. And now imagine that arrangement inflated quite a bit because these look kind of big, and placed in what looks like the desert of Australia. Yeah. And you've got it. And they also kind of look like little fighter pods from Star Wars.
Oh, yeah.
I'm using 100% the wrong description, but when you see it, you're going to be like, yeah, they are the flying things.
The flying things, yeah. And yeah, to me, they totally look like those jacks you were talking about.
Yeah,
and they're
silver as well.
Yeah, and these do look like little silver spiders from space. It's really weird.
Totally look like, they look like they should be flying through space and being driven by aliens.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah.
Yeah, so there's like 16 or 12 of them on this little patch of ground, and there's 256 of these groups to spread out, and this is what it looks like from a distance.
Oh,
that's so cool, right?
It's so cool. It looks like a crop circle type of situation.
Yeah.
It's like, imagine this giant patch of empty desert, and then imagine like little groupings of these in little square shapes. It's almost like a big checkerboard, but they're a little bit more spread out.
Yeah.
And there's quite a few of these little pods. I want to say like 20 off the top. Did you just say the number and I already forgot it?
So there's 256 of these squares.
There you go. That's the number.
Big old fucking chessboard. Yeah, this is a serious project, my friends. This thing is heavy duty, and some researchers, Chenoa Tremblay, Danny Price, Stephen Tingay, got their hands on it for 4 particular studies. Oh. Now, for the first 3, they aimed this puppy at the galactic center, the GC of our Milky Way. Oh, la la. They also pointed it at the Orion molecular cloud and the Vela supernova remnant. Supernova. Basically some really old shit. Lastly, for the big finish, the 4th study, they pointed it back at the GC, scanning a huge portion, all in hopes of picking up some radio signals. Ah. Now, Dr. Marissa, please tell us why radio and why are we listening to the center of our galaxy?
Let's talk about it. All right. From livescience.com, quote, on Earth, low-frequency radio signals like those used by FM radio are a ubiquitous choice for communications, write the authors of the study. In order to produce such a signal, an alien civilization would only need to be able to build a big dish. The galactic center is a prime target in the search for extraterrestrial life, as the line of sight towards the GC has the largest integrated count of galactic stars for any direction. Hey, so this is like the perfect place.
There you go.
Furthermore, the fraction of stars with habitable planet, nailed it, is greatest in the inner regions of the galaxy, all of which points to the GC as the most likely home for alien life, end quote. So, yeah, long story short, these jacks,
that's right,
point to the perfect place in the uterus. In the uterus.
Oh.
Yeah,
it's
okay,
that kind
end
of
of
day.
podcast.
It's that kind of week.
We're done.
That kind of week in
it's
the States.
That kind of week here. It's on my mind. All right, but they spent a lot of time thinking about where this would go and where it would point.
Exactly.
Yeah.
My friends, after targeting 144 exoplanetary systems in the GC and conducting a blind survey of 3.3 million stars there, and after listening to 10.3 million other stars in the Vela supernova remnant, drumroll please. Quote, No plausible techno-signatures are detected.
No techno-signatures at all?
Yep, and that is from the study, A Search for Techno-Signatures Towards the Galactic Center at 150 megahertz. Yeah.
Nothing at all.
No. And techno-signatures, just what it sounds like, that's basically communication signals.
Fair.
Yeah. So
Fair.
No signals. Now, that's a rough result. It's a tough one. But people are going to be people. And in the end, keep going.
Yeah, you better. With all of those things.
That's right.
You gotta.
With all those space spiders. Yeah.
Space spiders, yes.
Quote, 10 million stars does seem like a lot. However, our best evaluation is that there are around 100 billion stars in the Milky Way galaxy. So we only looked at about 0.001% of our galaxy. Dr. Chenoa Tremblay of the Astronomy and Space Science Division of the Commonwealth Scientific and Industrial Research Organization said to an adorable site called kidnews.com.au.
Well, that sounds like the best site I've ever heard.
It's really cute.
It's probably really smart, too.
It was a great site.
Amazing.
Check it out. So kids, never give up or don't even try. Take your pick. I don't care.
One or the other. Enjoy.
But for this particular study, we were listening, right?
Yeah.
But after the break, we're taking the initiative and we're about to send some DMs.
Fuck yeah.
That's right. So what are we yelling into the void? Stay tuned.
Please do.
Have you ever wondered what really happened to Amelia Earhart or the lost colony of Roanoke? Do you ever find yourself scouring the internet for vicious Victorians and their murders by gaslight? Or perhaps you're just sick and tired of women being constantly misrepresented or plain lied about throughout history? If so, join me, Katie Charlwood, history harlot and reader of books, on Who Did What Now, the history podcast that's not your history class. Part of the Airwave Media Network. Available on Apple Podcasts, Spotify, or wherever you listen to podcasts. Adios, au revoir, au revoir, my friends. Bye-bye. I'll be seeing you.
We're the All Creatures Podcast. Each week, Angie and I explore and share amazing details about the many animals we share our world with.
Plus, Chris and I are both PhD scientists and educators. So we do the deep dives in the scientific research and then come back and share what we learn in a fun and casual way. We also speak with other scientists, animal experts, activists, and many other conservation enthusiasts from all over the planet.
So you can find the All Creatures Podcast wherever you get your podcasts.
Hey everyone, Jill Chacha here from Well, That's Interesting, and I am absolutely thrilled to tell you about Spotify for podcasters. I use it, I love it, and it all started by downloading the free Spotify for Podcasters app, which has all the tools you need in one place to record and edit your masterpiece of a podcast. Spotify for Podcasters also distributes your show to all major platforms. So when you hit publish, your episodes will stream not only on Spotify, but I'm talking about the Apples, the Googles, Stitcher, Good Pods, the other ones. You get the idea. And you can monetize your podcast with no minimum listenership required. You could also set up monthly subscriptions and record ads just like this one. So what are you waiting for? Download Spotify for Podcasters today and start changing the world. Oh, and please, stay interesting. And we're back.
We are so back.
We're so back. And my friends, a lot of crazy shit happened in the 1970s.
Oh, yeah. What a statement.
There were serial killers, bell-bottom pants, and we sent an interstellar radio message to globular star cluster M13.
That is so 70s.
That's so 70s, man.
That's so 70s.
It's the most 70s shit.
The globular star cluster? That was named in the 70s. That sounds like a David Bowie outfit.
Oh my God. So, what the fuck did I just say? No worries, I got you. First, that star cluster called M13 is a huge expanse of our Milky Way, home to several 100,000 stars in the constellation Hercules.
Oh, la la.
la la.
Fancy.
And that interstellar radio message, well, it was designed by Frank Drake of Cornell University back in 1974. And it was sent from the Arecibo radio telescope in Puerto Rico. And thus, it was dubbed the Arecibo message. Now, Dr. Marissa, I thought we could tag team explaining the significance of this message and break down what that message contained. What do you say?
Fuck yeah. Let's do it, because I'm really clueless about a lot of what you just said.
So our source is, of course, our groovy friend, Wikipedia.
Fuck yeah, Wikipedia.
So please, Dr. Marissa, take it away.
Let's do it. All right, quote. The message was meant more as a demonstration of human technological achievement than a serious attempt to enter into a conversation with possible extraterrestrials. Because cluster M13 is more than 25,000 light years from Earth, the message, traveling at approximately the speed of light, not to brag, will take at least 25,000 years to arrive there. By the time the core of M13 by that time, the core of M13 will no longer be in precisely the same location because of the orbit of the star cluster around the galactic center. Even so, the proper motion of M13 is small, so the message will still arrive near the center of the cluster. Look at that.
Mm-hmm. The entire message consisted of 1,679 binary digits and encoded 7 sections.
Cool.
Now, when correctly translated into graphics, characters, and spaces, they formed the image seen here. So, Dr. Marissa, would you like to see this very 1974 digital image?
Nothing would make me happier. I'm so pumped to see whatever this is.
So please tell me what you see, the colors. Of course, this will be on our social media stuffs as well. So please come on by and take a look at one of humanity's greatest achievements.
Amazing.
Are you ready?
I'm so ready. Oh my god! Okay, imagine Tetris.
Yes! Oh my god, yes.
Imagine Tetris. Now imagine Tetris, the Tetris shapes and the black background. Imagine you could use them to place anywhere to make a picture. So basically, you're using little, cubes and rectangles to make a picture. In this picture, I don't really understand.
Yeah.
From what I can make of it, it does look like there are a lot of things in this picture, but part of it looks like a body without a head. And then it looks like there's a cloud instead of a head, as well as a long pole instead of a head. Yeah. And I have to note, because I really don't know what this is, there are a lot of different colored cubes going on here, and I can also see the letter M. I don't know if that's what they were going for, but I can see the letter M and a headless person. Those things are clear.
Perfect. Yeah, we've got several colors: white, purple, green, red, blue. And it looks like a goddamn mess, but we're gonna talk about it. We're gonna talk about it.
I tried turning my head to see if it said something, and it didn't to me. So nervous it's making me.
Yeah.
It didn't to me. Yeah. Is there Morse code?
Yeah. We should talk about it. Let's break it down.
Okay.
Yeah. So now each of these colors represents a section of the message, which we'll get into in a minute. But everyone, please, y'all should know the binary transmission carried no color information. This color coding is just a helpful visual to look at each separate section.
Okay, so it's more for us.
Yeah, exactly.
The color.
Exactly. Which makes it more confusing probably for an alien life.
I know. I'm not an alien, so I can't speak to how they would feel about this, but it is a little confusing.
So what the fuck was in each section? Okay, so white was the numbers 1 to 10.
Really?
Yeah.
Can I look again?
Yeah.
Hold on.
Well, remember, it's in binary code.
Oh, that's right. It's in code.
Yeah.
Okay.
There you go.
Tell me more.
Purple were the atomic numbers of the elements hydrogen, carbon, nitrogen, oxygen, and phosphorus, which make up DNA. Green, the formulas of the chemical compounds that make up the nucleotides of DNA. The estimated number of DNA nucleotides in the genome, or the human genome, I should say, and a graphic of the double helix was white and blue.
Oh, got it.
Yeah. Get this. Okay, you ready?
Yeah.
Okay. The physical height of an average man,
Okay.
blue and white,
Okay.
and a graphic figure of the man in red.
Yeah. Without a head.
Just we'll get
okay,
back to this.
okay,
Yeah,
okay.
There was also the human population of Earth was numbered in white. Yellow was the graphic image of our solar system, and finally, purple, white, and blue was the graphic of the Arecibo radio telescope and the dimensions of it. So that purplish thingy you saw, that's supposed to be the telescope that it came from. Kinda. But let's get back to that really weird thing with the man.
Yeah,
I thought we should highlight that.
We should definitely talk about that.
So good. My friends, shocking but not so shocking. The fucking patriarchy, sexism, fragile masculinity, and a smidge of racism was embedded into the first message humans sent into space.
And it's not like we can stop it.
No.
It's just out there.
Sure is. So here's what I mean
Flying.
exactly. That red figure indicates the average height of an adult male in the United States for some fucking reason.
Okay.
And the element to the right of the image indicates the size of the human population in 1974, approximately 4.3 billion. So I guess we were mentioned in there too, question mark.
Sort of. Just a little bit.
Or if you're an alien, you probably think there's 4.3 billion of these things. You know? I mean,
of little red headless men.
So,
I would be nervous.
God. Anyway, that was/is the message still traveling to the stars of M13. And since 1974, it has only gone 0.2% of the distance needed to get there.
Okay.
Isn't that
All
crazy?
right.
It's traveling at the speed of light and only went 0.2% of the way. It's just, I can't.
It's
so big.
The universe is too big.
I can't.
Man. And y'all want to go?
It's so big.
It's so big, and there's nothing to do.
No.
Unless you're a scientist or an astronaut.
And most of you aren't.
Yeah.
We're not.
I like how
You're a
we're
doctor.
scolding no one. I don't think anyone listening is like, I'm dying to go to space.
Or they are. Well, that's
Or
good.
they are.
That's good.
That's
we are
good.
supportive.
We are supportive.
Yes.
We just aren't. We won't be going.
Yeah. Yeah, sorry.
Support you from down here.
Oh, yeah. So, again, as far as we know, no non-human has heard this message, but times have changed, kinda.
Kinda.
Technology has definitely changed and is evolving leaps and bounds by the minute. And as such, a new message is in the works.
Oh, no.
Dr. Marissa, would you like to tag team this one as well?
Yes, 100%.
So, take it away.
Let's do it. All right. From iflscience.com, quote, dubbed the Beacon in the Galaxy, or BITG message, it's effectively a revamped version of the Arecibo message. The BITG message is just a hypothetical proposal so far, but it hopes to be a more advanced and more detailed successor to the Arecibo message, end quote.
Yes.
It sounds like when you send a stupid text and then you have to be like, sorry, wait a second, I spelled that wrong. Here's what I really meant.
Let me over-explain. So, the BITG project is led by Jonathan Zhang, an astrophysicist at NASA's Jet Propulsion Laboratory in California. He told LiveScience.com, quote, "We want to send a message in a bottle in the cosmic ocean to say, hey, we are here, even if we're not here some years later."
Oh.
End quote. So that's realistic, Jonathan.
That is very realistic. That's dark.
Yes.
Wow.
This message would be beamed to a ring of stars a little closer, about 13,000 light years from the center of the Milky Way.
Yeah.
He told Live Science, quote, "This region is thought to contain a number of planets in the habitable..." Oh, you're right. That's a hard word.
Habitable?
Habitable.
Habitable. I don't even know. You know when you say a
Habitable,
word
yeah.
too many times, you're like, I don't even know what this means anymore.
It's alien.
It's alien.
I don't know. So this region is thought to contain a number of planets in the habitable zones of their stars. If there are aliens, they are most likely to be here. End quote.
So, okay, new idea.
Yeah.
I think we should take a random piece of art and just send it out there because we won't be here anymore. We can say anything we want.
Yeah.
And just like, you know, by the time they get back to us, we'll be gone.
Yeah, totally.
So I think we should send out something really funny, like an episode of The Simple Life.
Yeah.
Or
Or
I can't think of
just
anything
Paris Hilton's
else.
body. Just throw Paris Hilton's
Just
body.
a Paris Hilton picture from like 2001.
That's a no explanation.
No, nothing.
Yeah.
In fact, I think we should all Google Paris Hilton 2001, save that image to our phone, and text it to someone you haven't talked to in years. I think we all should do that right now.
I love this. This is a good plan.
You like it?
I like this. I love this. This is the new Arecibo message. I like it.
Yeah.
It's doable. You're going to get a reaction.
Yeah.
You know?
Aliens are going to be like, we got to go. We got to see what this is.
Yes.
This is so weird. What does this mean?
Photos without context. Perfect.
Yeah.
Perfect plan. Perfect.
Perfect.
Yeah. We're done.
End of podcast. Let's do it.
Move over, astrophysicists.
Go team.
Okay, so what are we planning on telling them?
Oh, gosh.
So, well, like you said, Dr. Marissa, the topics/subject matter is pretty much the same as last time.
I thought so.
Yeah, but thanks to discoveries and technology since the boogieing 1970s, we can get way more precise.
Okay.
For example, Earth's location in the Milky Way is now identified by the space equivalent of landmarks, our friends, those globular stars. Globular star clusters.
Nailed it.
God help me. Quote, "These spherical huddles of stars are bright and easily visible, and they have enough distinguishing features that they can act as useful signposts." End quote. From Stephanie Pappas of Live Science.
That is so cute.
So, visual landmarks. Brilliant.
That's so anyone can understand that.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, we're right next to these things.
That's right. Look for, expressive
globulars.
That's right. And this is super cool too. Co-designer Qianchen Jin of the Hans University of Applied Sciences in the Netherlands, they were like, we figured out a way to put a timestamp on this message, so when it's received thousands to millions of years later, that life form can figure out when it was sent.
Oh, cute. I love it.
It's really great.
Aww.
Okay, so brace yourself. This is how they figured it out. Quote, "How do you convey time to an unknown alien civilization that might have a very different way of measuring time than Earthlings do?" Dr. Marissa, any ideas? You just imploded. She imploded.
I don't know. All I can think of is
Paris Hilton.
Paris Hilton. Yeah. That's all I can think of. That's how I tell time.
I totally agree. That's
I don't know. How old is Paris Hilton? There you go. That tells time.
So, continuing the quote, "By using the hydrogen atom."
Oh!
How cool is that?
Oh, that's very cool.
That's totally cool. The neutral hydrogen found in interstellar gas can enter a high-energy state after collisions with other atoms or electrons. After about 10 million years, one of these high-energy hydrogens undergoes a transition back to a lower-energy state, an event called a spin-flip transition.
Amazing. It sounds like skateboarding.
Exactly. It's a spin-flip. It's a total, this spin-flip transition provides a convenient universal unit of time for communicating how long after the Big Bang this message was sent.
That's the coolest thing ever. I like this message 10,000 times more.
It's getting better.
Than the other headless man.
Yes.
Headless white American
man.
headless, cis, het, white American man.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
There you go. So, like you said, Dr. Marissa, it's complicated but fucking witty at the same time.
Very cool.
So it's a great achievement. And my friends, hold on to your butts.
Okay.
Because they even included an additional gender in this message. That's right.
Oh!
That's right. After deciphering the code and digitizing it, you should see this, Dr. Marissa.
Wait.
Yeah.
Before you show it to me,
Oh,
I
yeah.
just imagined, okay, I imagined the same stick figure man and then another stick figure person who looks the same but with stick figure boobs, like really big circles. Is it that? Is it that? Is it that?
Yep. So let's take a look. Dr. Marissa, who do you see in this photo? Oh, wow.
I mean, I can't tell if this looks more 70s than the other one.
It does. It really, really does.
Okay, so what I see is...
But in a good way.
It's
Kinda.
hilarious. So I am seeing another kind of stick figure-y made up of an image made up of sort of cubes. Pixels. That's the word I was looking for. It's a purple background, yellow pixels, and they are in the shape of a traditional naked cisgender man and a traditional naked cisgender woman.
There you go.
Who doesn't have body hair.
That's right.
Neither of them do. They're very waxed for this. They got waxed for space.
They got waxed for space.
Put
it on a tote.
Waxed for
hashtag,
space.
hashtag ready. Waxed for space.
I'm sweating. This is so funny. But and then there's also, it looks like a few other symbols.
You see DNA pretty clearly.
You see DNA.
There looks like a solar system. Yeah, but there's two very waxed naked people.
And they're waving. I forgot to mention that. They're both waving and smiling.
Yes.
Hey.
Yeah, so I mean, look, I'm not certain anyone wants an unsolicited dick pic from Earth because this is kind of what it is.
What this is? You can see a penis in this picture.
But on the other hand, what can I say? If you want to get anyone's attention, just stick some boobs on it. So
yeah, there are boobs.
And maybe it'll work. And that's the end of my notes.
That's
how I ended.
If someone sent me this picture, it would get my attention.
Yeah.
I'd be like,
What the fuck?
What are you going through? Whoever sent this? What's going on? This is the best thing in the world.
Yeah.
Amazing.
It's so fucking great. So, thank you for listening. Thank you for listening to us.
Thank you.
Rating, subscribing, telling your friends about the naked folks we're sending into space.
Yeah.
And whoever, poor soul, is going to get it. So.
Yeah. Hashtag waxed for space.
Hashtag waxed for space. Let's
do
make it
it.
happen
Yeah.
on the Twitter. And please, stay interesting.
Please do.